Before starting the video, I want to apologize for my English. I'm not a native English speaker, so my pronunciation might not be perfect, and maybe some words might sound weird. I don't know. I just sorry in advance, and thanks for watching. In the Switch era, we were full of 3D platformers. Contrary to what some say, 3D platformers are more alive than ever, from the super influential Super Mario Odyssey to the return of Crash Bandicoot and Spyro, Kirby's entry into the genre, the new path taken by Sonic and eventually Shadow, not to mention the many indie games that brought new and creative ideas to the table. I'm sure on mentioning many others, but it's clear how prolific 3D platformers were during this last generation. But now, in this new era of Switch 2, I'm convinced that a new wave of 3D platformers is coming, and this wave comes with a new premise: open world. What do I mean by this? Well, I don't mean those 3D open worlds with bloated content, no. Rather, I mean a 3D platformer, for example Super Mario 64, where all the worlds or levels are interconnected in a simple, gigantic world, without loading screens, full of collectibles, enemies, challenges, etc. The best example of this I can give is Bowser's Fury, an expansion you probably all know, but this type of platformer is not very common, but I'm convinced that that is about to change. I heard that an open world platformer couldn't work, and man, I totally disagree. Just imagine the idea: a single gigantic world where you can jump, run, and collect whatever your heart desires is beyond exciting. You might be wondering why I think this. Is it just a hunch? Well, a little bit yes, but I have enough evidence to make my point with these next three games: Demon Tides, Sonic Frontiers 2, and a long-rumored new 3D Mario coming out this year, 2025. So let's explore them one by one and see what this next era has in store for us. Thanks in advance for watching this video, and let's get right into it. I discovered this game recently and it looks extremely cool. It is the perfect exponent to my point. Demon Tides is an indie game developed by the indie studio Fabras. It is a direct sequel to Demon Turf, an acclaimed 3D platformer from 2021. I haven't played Demon Turf. I want to play it because I heard it's really good, but I don't know much about this game, so I can't say much, but I can say from the moment I saw it caught my attention because it's exactly everything I was saying previously. A 3D open world platformer with a super dynamic moveset and everything you could ask for an indie, lots and lots of personality and style. From the description, it seems like it's going to have customizable skills and outfits, an interesting story, and lots of options to improve the experience. Simply a perfect recipe. This game is one of the first attempts to do a full game with this approach. While the word's open world might sound intimidating and making any kind of video game is not easy, Demon Tides, I think, shows how even an indie studio can pull off something of this scale. The possibilities in an indie world are endless, and it was only a matter of time before someone dipped their toes into the concept of open world plus platformer. I can't wait to try both Demon Tides and Demon Turf. Both look spectacular, and I recommend them that whoever is watching this video check out Fabras. In the description I will leave the links in both games and the indie studio for anyone who is interested in knowing more. Okay, I'm a huge Sonic fan. Since last year, but I'd be lying if I say I'm not excited for the next big Sonic game. After redefining the 3D formula with Sonic Frontiers and experimenting with it further in the excellent Shadow generations, it's safe to say that Sonic in 3D has one main focus going forward, and that is open world. There have been some rumors talking about possibly the next 3D Sonic being completely open world, which I'm going to call Frontiers 2 for now, although it will probably have another title and won't be a direct sequel, probably, who knows. But well, Sonic Frontiers already tipped their toes with this formula with multiple large stages full of platforms, challenges and enemies. The difference is that now, the most logical evolution is to put all the islands together in one mega island that lets you run from one end of the map to the other. Obviously, I have to address the elephant in the room and acknowledge that as much as I like Frontiers, the game doesn't have the best formula or level design for my collected time. But Shadow Generations presented a different approach to the same formula, in my opinion better, making a combination between Gens and Frontiers, so Sonic Team can easily continue experimenting with the formula and come up with a new idea for Frontiers 2. The point is that the Blue Blur is surely going to present his own premise for an open world 3D platformer, with his fast-paced platform twist, which is a very cool subgenre if you ask me, and I couldn't be more excited. 3D Mario, the greatest exponent of this genre and the source of inspiration for almost the entire genre. With the new announcement of the Switch 2, a new 3D Mario is the most logical thing to do. Super Mario Odyssey debuted in the first year of the Switch 1, and I doubt this time will be any different. And this year is the 40th anniversary of Mario, so yeah, why not celebrate it with a new 3D Mario? Now, the question is, will this new Mario be an open world? Well, I think so. To date, I have not yet been able to play Bowser Fury, I plan to buy it soon, but the famous Super Mario 3D World expansion for the Switch implemented a new premise in what Mario 3D is concerned. A single interconnected world, just walking, jumping and running in a single very large world where the entire game takes place. With this point, I do not mean to say that the next Mario is going to be the same as Bowser Fury in terms of power-ups and other details, most likely be more similar to Odyssey, but if Nintendo already got a taste of what an open world platformer can be, why not continue with that premise to a full game? It will be fresh, different and innovative in the eyes of many. Also, as I said before, Mario is one of the biggest exponents in the genre. If his next game is a 3D open world platformer, it will generate an even bigger wave of future platformers that follow the same route, and we will have open world platformers for a long time. Something similar happened with Odyssey, and it might happen again, and I'm here for it. Well, those were my points for why I think this new era that starts with the Switch 2 will bring with it a new wave of platformers, specifically open world. The 3D platforming genre couldn't be in a better moment. Every week a new platformer appears and even comes back from the dead, and the established ones are at their best. If the biggest exponents like Mario and Sonic try this new approach, I'm sure they will set a new trend that many others will follow, and we'll see platformers like never before. With this video, I'm not saying that the other formulas of the genre should no longer exist, not at all. Obviously there will still be more linear platformers, but the open world is a new step for the genre that I find extremely exciting. Also, the indispensable support of Demon Tides prove that this genre can still be just as accessible even in such a large open world approach. Anyone can offer the contribution to this new approach and expand the genre even further. So what do you think? Leave your opinion in the comments. I love talking about these topics, obviously with respect and cordiality. And if you got this far, thank you very much for listening to me. This is my first YouTube video. I really like to ramble about these things I'm passionate about, and video games are one of those. I'd like to make more videos in the future, maybe simple things like this one, who knows? Again, thank you very much, and until next time.